people who have worked for Donald Trump on the campaign for a long time, they believe, they don't buy this literally versus however you want to describe, how people take his opinions. They believe he has to follow through on some of these big promises on immigration. They believe there needs to be an actual physical wall, and that if he does something short of that, it will be a failed promise. Republicans on the Hill look at this a little differently and think that he just wants to claim victories and that he'll be willing to sign whatever they pass. But this conflict between Republicans and maybe some of the more temperamentally moderate people in his cabinet versus some of these political advisors in the West Wing is going to be one of the most fascinating pivot points of this administration.
And we're days away from this, and a lot of people in Washington are confused, right? Is Rex Tillerson speaking for Donald Trump or for Rex Tillerson? Is General Mattis speaking for General Mattis or for the new Trump administration? Donald Trump says, I'll tell you eventually.
Now that all gets straightened out. We want them to be themselves, and I told them, be yourselves and say what you want to say. Don't worry about me. And I'm going to do the right thing, whatever it is. I may be right, and they may be right. But I said, be yourselves. What do you say, Steve? Let them do it. I could have said, do this, say that. I don't want that. I want them all to be themselves.
Steve Harvey found that a little funny. I just love the idea. And again, this is his style. Get used to it. I may be right, and they may be right.
But the problem
Putin may be a good guy, Putin may be a bad guy.
The problem is, though, then they'll send conflicting messages out of an administration. And what is the policy of the United States, and what do Republicans in Congress take from these conflicting messages? That's a real recipe for disarray.
Not just Republicans, but the world.
Right. Yeah. During a transition, you can kind of get away with it, although people are on edge in this town and around the world. That's where we began. But you're right. Once you're president, a little more clarity might be helpful. Our reporters share from their notebooks next, including why there may be a lot of empty White House desks when Donald Trump moves in on Friday.